Hello everyone! Since Rugrats will pretty much have a reboot and they will start releasing and airing episodes in 2019, which will certainly make me feel pretty goddamn old. But let's put that shit aside because I found something interesting about Rugrats. Not just one episode, but 2 episodes. Rugrats was originally aired from 1991 to 2004, and these 2 episodes were released and aired within this time range. First, let's start with the Santa experience. As the description reads, the families go to a mountain cabin for Christmas. Tommy and Chucky lay traps for Santa Claus. The first part of the plot where it says that the families go to a mountain cabin, instead of celebrating Christmas in their own homes at the time, they chose somewhere else to celebrate it. But the dramatic irony which occurs when the audience knows something the characters do not, because of this understanding the words of the characters take on a different meaning, is they go to a mountain cabin instead of a home, because this episode somewhat predicts what could have possibly happened if one or if all of these children, or if you call them Rugrats, refused at all. In the spirit of Christmas, one of these children would have been slaughtered, and since each child belongs to a certain family, it would have only been possible if only one was slaughtered to feed an entire family group with sides. Now, let's cover the next episode called Babies in Toyland, in which according to the Rugrats Wikia, the irony of this episode is where it says, the adults leave Grandpa Lou in charge of watching the kids. Is situational irony, or a literary device that you can easily identify in literary works. Simply, it occurs when incongruity appears between expectations of something to happen and what actually happens instead. But the situational irony is that Grandpa Lou watches the kids, instead of any one of these kids, or you call them Rugrats, being slaughtered and eaten as their Christmas roast. Even if the whole plot was changed, but was still congruent to the message that this episode was conveying, it wouldn't be any different if you imposed Christmas as a redeeming reason why the plot was different to begin with, rather than possibly stating the situational irony as some sort of pinnacle to conveying it other than the message that was already conveyed. Or if you completely lied about the whole context or purpose of the episode, instead of pointing out the situational irony in the first place. But in conclusion, both of these episodes are ironic enough to support the nuance between conveying a plot, explaining the plot using dramatic irony and situational irony, to conveying the meaning of said plots as they are defined. And that will do it for this analysis of Rugrats and this episode of the Roast Games Cannibalism Cartoon Theory. I am Brian Mullins the Fox, signing out.